work energy theorem for constant force. So what is the work energy theorem? Work and energy are same, we know. What is the relation between this? So the statement is, it states that work done by the net force acting on your body is equal to, work is equal to the change produced in the kinetic energy of the body. That is, work is equal to change in kinetic energy. That is the statement of the work energy theorem. So what is the proof? Whenever we have a theorem, we have a statement as well as the proof. So the proof for work energy theorem. So your body, as usual, the body is at mass, having a mass m. It is at the position A. It has an initial velocity u. Here the body is not at rest. It has a velocity u. So when the force F is applied, the velocity increases to v. So it displays from point A to B with the displacement s. So the movement is with the acceleration a. As usual, the Newton's equations of motion, v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Multiply both sides by 1 by 2 m. Here half mv squared, half mv squared. So 1 by 2 m v square minus u square is equal to 1 by 2 m as. So to get cancelled, we get half mv square minus half mu square is equal to ma into s. What is ma? Ma is a force is equal to Newton's second law. Ma is equal to force. So force into displacement. Here it is a final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. Hence force into displacement is work. As per the statement, work is equal to change in kinetic energy. Work is equal to final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. This is a work energy theorem for constant force applied. So very simple, students. We have taken the Newton's equations of motion and multiply with the 1 by 2m. We arrive the equation W is equal to final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. What is in the case of the variable force? Work energy theorem for a variable force. Whenever the variable force comes, we have to integrate. So we have to take that variable force means small sector only, because for a small displacement the force is some value. For the after a small displacement the force will be increased or decreased. So only we have to calculate the small work done, then integrate with that small work done. So small work done, which is equal to force into displacement. It is a scalar product F vector dot ds vector. So F ds cos theta. Here the theta is 0 degree. Why it is a 0 degree? Because already I show that one diagram, calculus. So the force and the theta, that is the theta is the angle between the displacement and the force vector, that is F ds, F cos theta. This angle is 0 degree. Both are in the parallel manner. Don't confuse with this F vector. F cos theta and s will be make an angle 0 degree. Hence we will say that this F ds. So Newton's second law, F is equal to ma, as usual m into dv by dt. So this will be similar to what we are seeing in the calculus method. The same way only we are going to do that. So dw is equal to m into dv by dt into ds, because ma. So ds by dt is equal to velocity. So m into, as usual, the work done is equal to total work done, which is equal to integrating uv. For previous case, calculating the kinetic energy of the body using the calculus method, we are taking u is equal to 0. Here we are not at all going to take that u is equal to 0 if it is already moving with the velocity u. That's all, the same derivation. So integral u v m v into dv. So m will be taken outside because it is a constant. Integral u v v dv, that is v squared by 2. Integrating x power n into dx, which is equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. V plus 1 by, that means v plus 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1. V squared by 2 by upper limit, lower limit. So that what we have to do, that instead of this v, substitute this upper limit, minus instead of this v, substitute the lower limit. So half m 1 by 2 m taken outside, upper limit v square, lower limit u squared. That is half mv square minus half mu squared. That work done is equal to final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. Similarly, for the same variable force, we get work done is equal to final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. We can prove the work energy theorem for both the constant force as well as the variable force with the same derivation. W is equal to final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. Simply we can say that this is work done by the body, or the force is equal to change in kinetic energy of a body. So this is work energy theorem. Very important question for board exam point of view or NCERT point of view. Even this may be used for the IIT JEE questions problem point of view. So as there is a two forms of energy, kinetic energy, potential energy. Now we are going to see about potential energy. So the potential energy is the energy stored in a body of a system by virtue of its position or configuration. So the position also the potential energy, configuration also the potential energy. Based on that we have a potential energy. By the position means a height. So if any body at a height of h, so it has a potential energy. A body lying on your roof, it's in the high lying on your roof, it has some potential energy. If you drop down, it will be moving with the velocity. So the potential energy of the water stored in a great height. If the dam is open means the water will come with a very high velocity because that potential energy is converted into kinetic energy to run the turbines. So what is the examples for the potential energy due to configuration? You take a spring in a toy cars, we are giving some key. So if you give giving the key means the spring will be rotated. If you release that, the spring will be coming to the opposite direction. That is the wounded spring has a potential energy. Stretched bow. So in the bow we have to stretch the bow for release the arrow. So that is the stretched bow has a potential energy. So in these two cases, the shape of the body is changes. The spring will be compressed. Here the bow will be stretched. So that there the potential energy is stored. In this case, from the height, from the earth surface, at what height the body will be, position of the body decides the potential energy. Here the configuration decides the potential energy. So simply we can say that kinetic energy means the energy possessed by a body at rest. Here the energy possessed by a body at kinetic energy is energy possessed by a body at motion. Potential energy is energy possessed by a body at rest. In the rest, position and configuration plays an important role. So very clear, students. Now we are going to see that derivation for potential energy. There are three types of potential energy: gravitation potential energy, elastic potential energy, and electrostatic potential energy. Electrostatic potential energy we are going to study detail in +2. So it is a charge based on the positive charge and negative charge. What is the potential energy stored? So elastic potential energy we are going to see in the next video. That is a spring. So spring motion, what is the potential energy stored in the spring? So the position means height. Gravitation potential energy means based on the position. Earth surface, above that there is a certain height. The body lies means it possesses some potential energy. So what is a gravitation potential energy? Energy possessed by a body by virtue of its position above the earth surface is called as a gravitation potential energy. Very simple. Your body is at rest in the ground. This is a earth surface. So the gravity will be acting downwards. The weight of the body, the force will be mg. So I have to move this body body m in the position A to B with a certain height h. So work has to be done. So the force is equal to weight of the body mg. So work done on the body, rising it through height. So we have to do some work to rise it. So force into displacement. Displacement is h. This force is the weight of the body mgh. So this work is stored as a potential energy. Work done against the gravity is stored as a gravitational potential energy F into h, that is mgh. This mgh is a potential energy. So kinetic energy means half mv squared. Potential energy means mgh. So on the surface, what is the potential energy here? 0. We are taken as 0 because height will become 0. Hence gravitation potential energy at the earth surface is 0. U is equal to 0. This is the derivation for gravitational potential energy. So in this video we are clearly studied about what is the work energy theorem for the constant force and the variable force, and finally what is the potential energy means energy possessed by a body at rest. It will be calculated with the position as well as the configuration. So then we are derived that what is a gravitation potential energy equation. That means simply a potential energy derivation is expression is mgh. Thank you, students.